Hi everyone, my name is Katie. I am the driver for the session and I'm here with Sibusiso, my navigator.
Hi guys.
Okay, so today in class we learned Python, and Python is a high-level interpreted programming language known for its simplicity and readability. So I will be explaining chapter 2 and we will be doing the try it yourself. So save each of the following exercises as a separate file with a name like cases.py if you get stuck, take a break, or see suggestions in the appendix C. So basically, we must create a new file for 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, and 2.8, which I have already done. So when we look at 2.3, it is personal message. Use a variable to represent a person's name and print a message to that person. Your message should be simple, such as "Hello Eric, would you like to learn some Python today?" So when I go over to my code, um, I've already done that. I said print hello Katie, how was the first day of the Python course. So when I run this in my terminal, it will print out hello Katie, how was the first day of your Python course. Any questions?
No questions.
Moving on, we have 2.4 name cases. Use a variable to represent a person's name and then print that person's name in lowercase, uppercase, and title case. Okay. Over here, we have person's name, which is Katie, and I want it to be printed out in lowercase, uppercase, and in title. So when I run this in the terminal, it has to give me that exactly. Over here, as we can see, it is in lowercase, uppercase, and in title. And then we've got 2.5 famous quote. Find a quote from a famous person you admire. Print the quote in the name of its author. Your output should look something like the following, including the quotation marks. Albert Einstein once said, "A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new." So when I go to famous quote, I have print Elon Musk once said, "For my part, I will never give up," and I mean never. So when I run this into my terminal, it should appear over here. It printed out. And then moving, any questions so far?
No questions. It's all good.
And then 2.6, a famous quote to repeat exercise 2.5, but this time represent a famous person's name using the variable called famous person, then compose your message and represent it with a new variable called message, print your message. So over here we've got print. Albert Einstein once said a person never made a mistake, a person who never made a mistake, and we wanted to print out never tried anything new. So when I run this into my terminal, it should print over here. Does it make sense so far?
Yes, it makes sense.
And then moving on, we've got stripping names. Use a variable to represent a person's name and include some white space characters at the beginning and end of the name. Make sure you use each character combination, T and N, at least once. Print the name once so the white space around the name is displayed. Then print the name using each of the three stripping functions, one strip, R strip, and strip. Okay, stripping names. So over here, I've got the name Eric Method. So print unmodified. So we wanted to print the name. And over here, we wanted to print the name dot one strip, and then the name R strip, and then the name strip. So when I run this in the terminal, it should give me that. Over here, as we can see, the one strip is Eric Meth. The using one strip is Eric Meth. We can see there is spaces. There's no space here, but in the second one, we have a space, and that's where the name appears. And then I made a mistake. Do you see? No, wait, it's right,
Uh,
ne?
which which one?
Strip.
Let me see.
Because
Yeah, it's
It's
right.
right.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be an L an L strip, an R strip, and then strip.
Strip.
It's correct. Yes.
Oh, I thought I made a mistake. But as we
No,
can
it's
see,
correct.
there is a space by the R strip and there's no space by the S strip. Do you have any questions?
No questions. All is good.
And then lastly, we've got our file extension by 2.8. Python has a remove suffix method that works exactly like remove prefix. Assign the value python notes.txt to a variable called file name. Then use the remove suffix method to display the file name without the file extension like some file browsers do. So when I go over here to file extension, we've got our file name python notes.txt, and then we have simple file name remove suffix. We wanted to remove the text at the end, so we want it to print simple file name. So when I run this in the terminal, we can see we've only got Python notes and we don't have the text included. That is it for chapter 2 in Python.